Hi, my name's Mark Rehberg, and I'm with our builders. About 5, 6 years ago, we started a book club, and one discovery in that book club was a book called StrengthsFinders. And after reading the book, it turned out that there was just a serendipity event in my life where I had been working with someone who had some expertise using StrengthsFinders, and her name is TyAnn Osborn.
This is Ty Osborn, and I
Hi,
am
Ty.
the Hi, I'm the founder of Osborn Consulting Group, and I am a Gallup certified strengths coach and certified in the Gallup Clifton Strengths instrument, which used to be called StrengthsFinders, but they changed the name a few years ago. But I have been using this instrument for over 10 years and have been working with Mark for a number of years. And like he said, it was serendipity that we got together and started working with StrengthsFinders.
And I remember reading the book. My favorite thing about it was I think it's early in the book in the introduction where it says, if you work on your strengths, you will grow exponentially. But if you work on an area where you're weak, you're going to have to work twice as hard, and at best you'll be mediocre. And I really found that concept to offer some freedom to focus on what I enjoy the most and to be the best I could be, working on the areas where I enjoyed spending my time. I'm reading the StrengthsFinders actually now to try to get to know someone better,
Yeah.
because you know how I read books.
Yeah.
So I read 7 Habits, and he said, really, before you can manage someone, you have to get to know them and
Yeah.
get to know them.
Yeah.
Be sincere about it. And so I read the strengths, and it was harmony, adaptability, empathy, consistency, and achiever. And when
Yeah.
I read it, I thought, who wouldn't want this person as a teammate? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is such a good tool.
I love it too.
Yeah,
And
it is a great tool.
so Mark, let me take a step back and explain what the StrengthsFinder instrument is in case anyone is unfamiliar. So where this whole thing came from was Dr. Don Clifton was the chairman and CEO of the Gallup organization, and he started his work back in the 40s. And really, the whole genesis was he came back from World War II, and he said that he had seen enough of human destruction and really wanted to focus on what he could do to advance humankind. And I thought, oh, that's so affirming. And so he decided to really change the focus of his psychology work into the study of what's right with people as opposed to what's wrong with people, which had really, up until that point, been the entire focus of the body of psychology. And so he really started the whole focus in, positive psychology work. In 2001, he put together the Now Discover Your Strengths book. And then this was updated into the StrengthsFinder 2.0, that little book on the screen. And so if you take the assessment now, like your whole team has done, what you get back are your top 34 results or your top 5 results, depending on which version you pay for from the Gallup organization. And so it is a timed assessment, and you get only 20 seconds to answer each question. There are 177 question pairs, and it's a psychometric evaluation. But it's not, as you and I chatted about, it's not negative. The assessment's just trying to kind of see where you land on different things, and it gives you back results about looking at drivers and motivations for why you do what you do, and really kind of what lights you up inside.
Certainly. Yeah,
And
you want to answer it just straight through instinct.
absolutely. And so you don't want
Yep.
to overthink it. And that's really what I like about this, as opposed to some other instruments out there, is that there's no wrong answers. There's nothing you're going to get back, which
Hmm.
is like, oh, that's the dud strength, or that's the one that's going to keep you
Right.
from getting a job, or you don't want to get, or anything. They're all strengths. Again, it's the strengths
They
finder,
are.
not the weakness finder, right?
My goal on the workshop that we had, Ty, was actually to figure out how we could dovetail in the hiring process with the company and the client experience.
Yeah.
And that was the purpose of the workshop, is get to know yourself,
Yeah.
and then how can you use your strengths to improve the customer experience.
Yeah. And I think that came out loud and clear. And that's
Yep.
always the approach I take with, first you have to have that self-awareness, and how does this show up for me? And then how does it show up for we? How do
And
we work together?
I couldn't agree more. And that's why everything that we do, I think, is more personal growth than continuing education professionally.
Mm.
Because I think as you grow personally, you grow professionally.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the other way around. The strengths are so complementary.
Yes.
These are that everybody that does it feels good about themselves after they get the
Right.
report.
Right.
No one, feels, oh, well, I just interviewed for a job and they're not going to hire me after I did this.
Right.
I mean, they
Yeah.
all feel like a fit. They all
Yeah.
feel like they're a winner. In that workshop, I mean, we're just scratching the surface, but the way you could
Absolutely.
explain things, I was just going, wow, so much better understanding of it. So
Yeah.
much better.
I get a charge out of seeing the light go on in other
Absolutely.
people's
Yeah,
eyes. So
I
that's
believe
a
that.
good day for me when I
I
can
believe it.
see you light up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I believe it. And
Yeah.
then the other thing I do is I always read my strength finders and I give it to any potential candidate, but
Yes. Yeah.
I always look for somebody different than me. I
That's
mean, I
it.
never look for my strengths in somebody that's coming on board.
Yeah.
Never,
That's the
you
key.
know? Yeah.
But Mark, that's a sign of a real mature leader. And that's what a lot of leaders, they fall into a trap, because they try to find themselves,
Oh, gotcha.
No.
No. I don't know if it's a mature leader, but I think one is enough. But then throughout the team, it's so, what's really another thing that's really interesting is how different the strengths can be of the project managers,
Yeah.
and each of them do the same job,
Right. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So there isn't this person that there isn't this personality that you're looking for to be a project manager.
Right.
I
There's
mean,
no
anyone.
success
Yeah.
profile
No.
of a PM.
Not at all. Not
No.
at all.
But I think, Mark, that's one thing that really sets, your company apart, and that I haven't seen in a lot of other builders. And I do work with other builders, as you and I have talked about, is, and this is your strength really coming out, right? As a leader, is you've got that A, futuristic, and B, learner combination. So you're able to see how this really benefits, but you've instilled a growth mindset for the organization, right?
Oh,
And so
it's
you
really kind of you to
understand.
say, Ty.
Well, I believe
Thank
it.
you. That's
So,
nice.
and
And what it does is it increases the enthusiasm of the team. I mean,
1,000%. It's like a
yeah,
win-win-win-win-win
that's right.
in the
It
words
is a
of Covey,
win-win.
all the way down the line. And you
You're
see the
exactly right.
difference. Yeah, you see the difference it makes to the customer at the end of the day, and your ability to attract and retain your staff.
And that circles back to the book club, because when we started it, I actually told everybody, I'm going to invest the company's funds to do this.
Right.
And it's up to you whether the company benefits or not.
Yeah.
And the benefit to the company has been immeasurable.
Yeah.
Just immeasurable. And it is a great tool. We've really enjoyed working with it. Well, this was a good visit, Ty. Bye-bye.
Bye.